Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's Pete Olsen, the Montana Silver Stacker, www.freesilverandgold.biz. Guys, in this video, I'm going to be telling you about the 13 reasons why you are not successful. And what's great about these are the traits that I've been able to conquer and master to be the #1 recruiter in the world in my company and in multi-level marketing and very, very successful throughout my career. But we're going to take a look at 13 different reasons that are probably holding you back. And I'm guessing that you can probably relate to one or two of these things that's holding you back from being ultimately successful. So these 13 reasons, guys, comes from a gentleman by the name of Jim Kurkel, Kurkel. And he's written a lot of books, including How to Catch Happy is one of his books. And these 13 reasons come from an excerpt of his from a book called Business Around a Lifestyle, Volume 2. It's really, these 13 reasons are really pertinent for any person who believes they're not as successful as they should be, right? So if you haven't arrived or you're not where you think you should be, these 13 reasons are really going to hit home. And they're real, guys, they're real direct. It kind of tells it like it is, which is the way it should be, right? We hate being politically correct. I know I do, beating around the bush, making everyone feel great. Everyone should get a trophy. No, everyone shouldn't get a trophy. Winners get trophies. Okay? Very simple. Very simple. So let's talk about the 13 reasons why you're not as successful as you should be. #1, laziness. Oh, this is a big one. There's really no easy way to put this. I just have to assume that you're freaking lazy, right? And laziness for me, lazy people drive me nuts. Every single successful person, guys, works their butt off to get where they are. It's all right to be lazy, but you got to admit it, right? You just got to admit it. But don't whine and complain of not being, rich and successful and being affluent, right? Okay? Don't whine and complain. #2, the second reason why you're not as successful as you should be, and we call this entitlement. So there's only a few people in this world that are privileged or born into privileged situations of abundance and extreme wealth. For the most of us, you, me, right? We got to work our ass off to get what we want. I mean, it just comes down to that. Quit thinking that someone owes you something. No one owes you anything. Get to work. Hustle your ass off. I see it in my own company. People come in and they think that their sponsor owes them something. No, that's bullshit. They don't owe you anything. Any person that owes you anything is you by hustling, right? Okay? #3. So the third reason you're not as successful as you should be, fear. Fear. I always say fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear is bullshit, right? People get crippled by fear. It's amazing. So many times people are afraid. Bottom line, plain and simple, they're just scared, right? Afraid of looking silly, afraid of what your friends and family might think, afraid of everything. Look, you're either going to stop being afraid or you're not. There's no other psychological reason for it. No one can convince you to stop being afraid. Imagine, though, what awaits you when you stop with all the fear excuses. A lot of power, right? A lot of claiming your power back. Okay? #4. The fourth reason why you're not as successful as you should be, negativity. Yeah, we all know this person, right? You may not realize it, but the people you associate with on a daily basis might be very, very negative, right? And again, you may not realize it or you've gotten accustomed to it. They could be soul-sucking beings who don't want anyone to be successful. I call it the crab in the pot theory. You put crabs in a pot. I grew up in Maryland, so I know all about crabs. And one crab tries to get out of the pot. What do the others do from below? They grab them with their claws and bring them back down. That's friends and family. And they don't want anyone to be successful. Get rid of them now. Immediately, right? Surround yourself with successful people that you want to be like, right? So if you're trying to kick your pot habit, probably not a good idea to have your bro over at your house every day playing Xbox. Your bro that smokes pot, right? Okay. Number 5, stop thinking. I just talked to a gentleman this morning from the UK that suffers from a disease called analysis paralysis. It drives me crazy. No wonder most people don't get things done. As he states in his book, and it's really interesting, he says, how many people or how much do you want to bet that this is one of the things that you suffer from as far as, or people, one of the things that you know about people where they suffer from paralysis by analysis, right? We know so many people who can't make a decision. You think way too much about what you could do or what you should do. Doers get what they want, right? Being a doer. And everyone else gets what they get. So the doers get what they want. Everyone else gets what they get. Stop analyzing and start doing. That's why I'm the number 1 guy in the world in my company. I do a lot more than everyone else. I take action. Consistent daily action. That's key. Okay? Number 6. The number 6 reason why you're not as successful as you should be, you ain't got any goals. No goals. You plan nothing. You believe that some way, somehow, everything you always wanted will just magically appear with some fairy dust, right? I love that. So you play it by ear and wait, right? You need goals to shoot for. That's just a plain, simple fact. Got my dream board, got all my goals, right? I walk the talk, guys. I walk the talk. I do it the way it's supposed to be done, okay? If you don't have goals, guys, you're really just treading water, and it's a recipe for disaster, okay? And so many people don't put them down on paper. It's incredible. The number 7 reason that you're not as successful as you should be, you're always blaming they or them. There's no they. There's no secret group of people that controls your success or failure. You've made that up to make yourself feel better about what you do on a daily basis, right? You just made it up. The truth is you and only you alone control your success in life, in business, in everything. Okay, do you guys understand that? It's easy to blame them though, isn't it? It's very weak though. I consider someone that blames them a very weak individual. Okay, number 8. The number 8 reason why you're not as successful as you should be, there's no X factor. No X factor. You know, you always hear the people that say that I can't do it because, I'm not pretty enough. I can't do it because I don't have strong enough personality. You don't have the X factor, right? Well, that is probably one of the lamest excuses that there is on this whole list. I mean, it's not only lame, but it's silly. The truth is, even jerks, idiots, boring people can be just as successful as anybody else. Your problem is you don't believe it yet. That's the problem. So that's the number 8 reason, the X factor. Number 9, the 9th reason why you're not as successful as you should be, you're a time waster. Oh my God, I think this hits a large majority of the people out there. You're a classic time waster. You spend hours upon hours upon hours every day working on not working. Doing everything but what you should be doing, right? You do things that aren't productive. How are you ever going to get anything done or reach any goal if you keep wasting time? It's impossible. You're not. So you might as well give up now if you're going to keep this path. In other words, why keep trying to be successful if you're wasting all this time over here? It will never happen. Those two will never meet. The 10th reason why you're not as successful as you should be, social BS, social bullshit, right? You spend way too much time in social media land, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Pinterest, on Tumblr, on YouTube, on whatever. You waste probably about 50% of your productive hours of the day doing this. The sad part is that you know it, but you can't stop, or you choose not to stop. So you can't get anything done that matters. Okay? Put it down, guys. Get stuff done. Number 11. The 11th reason as to why you're not as successful as you should be, because you're a small thinker. You think so small. You think way too small, right? You're constantly looking only a day or a week ahead instead of years ahead of where you want to be. Because of this, you never get anywhere and you never lead. You're always constantly following. Okay? Be a big thinker, guys. Don't be a small thinker. Okay? Number 12, the 12th reason why you're not as successful as you should be, man, you just simply don't want it. Right? You're not hungry. You don't want it. You don't really want to be successful is the best way to put it. Sure, you like to dream about it like everybody else. There's always a gazillion dreamers, right? But in your heart, you're afraid of what might happen if you really did get it. And that's BS fear your brain is feeding you on a day in and day out basis. Success is change, and it feels really, really good. Tell your brain to shut the fuck up and get to work, right? Number 13, last but not least, you're not as successful as you should be because you don't believe. You don't believe. You never believe that it's possible. Society taught you that only a few exceptional people get what they want. Everyone else should just kind of settle for the 9 to 5, the commute, the boss, the cubicle. If you really want to believe that, go right on ahead. The rest of us will be at the front of the line because we believe in what we're doing and there's something a lot bigger and better out there for us, okay? Striving to be better on a daily basis. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that so much. That list is absolutely powerful. If you find yourself in one of those, a few of those 13 reasons as to why you're not successful, make a change today. Change one of them immediately. Do it. Take action. Take massive action. Okay? Take massive action. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all your comments, all your subscriptions. I appreciate all your shares and your likes. And if you guys are looking for an incredible home-based business to work with me, the Montana Silver Stacker, we have an unbelievable silver and gold home-based business. Click on that link below, take the tour, fill out the survey, and I personally will get hold of you. God bless you guys. May God bless our President, Donald J. Trump. And of course, may God bless the United States of America. Have a great day.